Borodar, and welcome to Expansive. My name is Yartomlu, and today we're going to be checking out King of the Fighters 14. Yeah. So this is the first entry in the mainstay series. It's actually going to be rendered entirely in 3D, moving away from the 2D raster imagery that you've come to expect from the franchise. This is also the first time the game is being overseen by Yasuyuki Oda, who has previously worked on Street Fighter 4 and other SNK games. And as a result, they've implemented a new rush system, which is enabled to invite newcomers to the series. There's a change in the actual fighting system, which is going to appeal to both newcomers and experts to the series. And there's also some additions to the story mode and other additions to the main game as well. Now, the game does have some fairly dated 3D models if you compare them to the likes of you've seen in Street Fighter 5. But at the same time, it still looks really glorious. The backdrops are really beautiful to look at, and the characters are just really bustling with life. And I have to say, this is some of the most impressive boob physics I've ever seen. If you see May, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And speaking about May and Andy, looking at the story mode, which is quite unique to King of the Fighters 14, is that if you've got opponents on either side of each other, they will actually have an interaction before the battle. So Andy and May, obviously they're together in the main game, and she's actually talking to him about, did you leave the cooker on before we left Japan? So they're having a full conversation about leaving the cooker on before they're about to kick each other's faces off in battle. So you've got that kind of wackiness and quirkiness in the game. It's also got full 3D models, a bit like in King of the Fighters Maximum Impact, but it's on more of like a 2D plane like Street Fighter 4. There's the hyperdrive system from the last game, which has been completely removed and is now replaced with a new version of the Max mode. And in Max mode, the player can basically perform unlimited X special moves for a short period of time, and the timer changes depending on what position their character is in. The characters also have 3 types of supers. There's a returning super special moves, there's the max super special moves, and there's also a new type called the climax super special moves. And these are the strongest type of attacks in the game and will require a total of 3 power gauges, 2 with the max mode on. The game also features the just defend mechanic, which is kind of like useful for newcomers. And there's a HD thrust system, which now makes opponents hit the wall and really fall away from follow-up attacks. It's designed to play a bit like King of the Fighters 13, but just during the Maximo, where the players can use the X moves and 3 levels of supers that can be cancelled in order of the hierarchy. Then for beginners there's the automatics and simple rush combo, and then there's the online lobby, which has now got 3 modes. You've got team versus, single versus and party versus, where up to 12 people can enter, and you also have spectators as well, a bit like you've seen in Street Fighter 5. So as I highlighted, there is a plot to the game. It's kind of like creation of the King of the Fighters tournament again. But as I say, you've also got the interactions between the characters ahead of battle. So there's kind of like links between everyone in the game. And also as your team grow together as you get more experience and as you get more time in battle. There's a really diverse roster in the game. There's 16 teams of 3 fighters, plus a sub-boss and final boss, giving you a total of 50 combatants. And you've got the likes of Benumara Nikauda, Goro Damon, you've got Kukri, you've got Mayan, you've got Nelson, Vice, Verse, Luong, Ramon, Angel, Zandu, Kay, and many, many more. It's a pretty decent roster you've got available to you, and is a really exciting time to play it. And as I say, the game just looks really great. Even if the 3D models do seem a little dated, it plays really well. The fighting system I think really will appeal to everyone. If you've never played a King of the Fighters game before, you're going to feel comfortable by having just picking 3 teams and putting them all together. It's a unique way of playing a fighting game, and it just feels like fun. Whether or not you're an experienced veteran or you've played it before, King of the Fighters 14 on PlayStation 4 really is worth your time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you next time.